Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. We are talking about what it is, what it means by discipline and education of the mind in the Eastern wisdom to succeed in meditation or mindfulness. So, in the previous talk, what we understood, what exactly is the mind? In the second, what causes the suffering in the mind? And now we are understanding the very mind itself with a reference to its changing role. I'm happy. The mind is in the fourth subjective state. Ah, what an emptiness, and I could see the inner space. So the mind is it, and I see the emptiness in the mind, nothingness, mindfulness, or the fifth state. I'm upset because of you. I have been telling you for so long not to behave like this. So I'm obsessed with a particular behavior of a person. Third state of the mind. I am dreaming. I should have $1 billion. Or any kind of a dreaming, fancies and imagination. Moodhavastha. It is known as a sense of forgetfulness. That is the fourth state. And the fifth state, we all are aware, the mind is constantly wandering. So we have the five subjective states of the mind. These five subjective states immediately recognizes I am there. Ah, my wandering, forgetfulness, craziness, one-pointedness, and emptiness. We'll understand deeply in the following uh, sutras when we take up the Sutra of the Patanjali. But here, just for the sake of brief understanding. So we have the five subjective states of mind. So we have not to deal with so called one mind, just for the sake of understanding. We have to deal with the five minds, five subjective states of the mind, out of which the first three subjective states means wandering, forgetfulness, or you can say crazy and obsessed mind. Until these three states of the mind is properly understood and mind needs to be disciplined and educated not to live in these three states and live for a longer period in the last two states, that is one-pointedness, where the mind is facing inside, and the fourth is the emptiness. You have started disciplining and educating. And at the same time, it is not complete. I see you with a valid means of knowledge. It is a right fact. Fact, I see it through my observation. This is the first group of thought pattern that strikes my mind. Second group of the thoughts is totally a wrong perception. I see the blueness in the sky. Sky is not blue. I see the water in the mirrors. Or I see the person as crazy. The person cannot be crazy. Craziness is the state of the mind. You see that? When you blame someone that you are crazy, are you doing wrong or the other person? So that is why our master says refrain from saying it. So pramana, viparya, vikalpa, that is another state, that is another thought pattern. Pramana, viparya, vikalpa, nidra, smrati, right perception, wrong perception, viparya, alternating perception, sleep, and the memory are the five different thought patterns. Patanjali even says sleep is also a thought pattern. That we will understand later. So, what is the brief understanding? The mind lives in five subjective states, mind lives in five objective states. Five objective states means different thought patterns. So, thought patterns are classified based on their knowledge in it. The knowledge in that thought is wrong, it is wrong perception. Viparya. It is confusing, then it is vikalp. It is right, then it is pramana. I don't experience, there is an absence of experience, or we can say experience of absence, that we will deal later. That is what we say sleep. And the fifth one is the memory. We already know. Some thought pops up from the past, recalling, remembering, five states. Here are the five subjective states of the mind. The mind is wandering and you want to have a right perception. Will you have it? So one combination. Wandering mind. So that is known as chipt. Then vikshipt, obsessed mind. So you have the obsessed mind, and still you have the right factor is present before you. The mind will, what the mind will do, you can think of it. So we have five subjective states, five objective states. Their permutation and combination is 25. And these 25 states live, or we can say our mind lives in these 25 states. That defines your attitude, your personality, your behavior, your reaction, your anger. So, what we are talking of in Eastern wisdom, or what the Patanjali is talking about, come on, you have to discipline and educate. These 25 permutation and combination. To give you a brief, three states gone. Only two states, the last two subjective states remains. Four states are gone, only one state remains. All the three states. You're always happy. We'll understand slowly, step by step.